Okay, was the last episode the biggest plot twist in the series or what? I mean, from the moment Seong Ji-hoon walked into the… Oh, you haven't watched it? Alright then, consider yourself warned. We'll be talking about the show's future and where it's headed, so it's inevitable that we'll be including a few cliffhangers here and there. Don't swipe or click away, because here is Squid Game 2 First Look.
You will be playing red light, green light.
Hwang Dong-hyuk might refuse a second season. Since the games have ended, Seong Ji-hoon won the game and the cash prize. Hey, you better cut that out. Hey, we told you there are gonna be spoilers. As we were saying, just as Seong Ji-hoon won the game, he realized that Oh Ir-nam was the game master controlling all of the games as well as organizing them. We're left wondering what's gonna happen in season 2. Like, even though the show ended with the main character canceling his plans to go and visit his daughter in the US, after getting all of that money, we know that all of the main characters of the show have died. So Seong Ji-hoon might attempt to break up the Squid Game organization, but we're wondering how they're gonna do that since actors like Ho Hyun-jun, who played Se-byuk, Park Hae-soo, who played Cho Sang-woo, and 455 other people who were killed in the first games are not gonna be back. And when they talked to Hwang Dong-hyuk, the director and writer of the show, he said that he never intended there to be a second season. After struggling to get his script turned into a movie for over 10 years, Hwang said that making a season 2 was not in his plans. He never gave up, and he was persistent in the pursuit and never gave up hope. About 2 years ago, Netflix reviewed the script and they said yes to Hwang. The show was finally made, and it's Netflix's most watched series since the streaming network was founded. Maybe there's something alluring about killing people who play children's games after all. Joking aside, we'll also need to mention that Netflix hasn't stepped up and offered the show a contract for a season 2. Now, it's not because Netflix doesn't like the show, it's just that it's still too early. Usually, Netflix likes to give new shows about a month or so after airing a renewal of their contract based on the performance. And if we see that other less successful shows have gotten the green light, it's pretty much certain that Netflix will just flat out demand that they do another show. It's basically free money. But the question is, will the director accept? Maybe this would be his way of following the mantra, always leave them wanting more, but then again, it could be because he was turned down so many times that it never crossed his mind that the show would be this successful. So will he reconsider? Before we talk about the director's decision, don't forget to smash that like button. It keeps the almighty YouTube algorithm happy, and you keep getting these videos for free. A few weeks ago, while talking with The Times, Hwang has admitted that the idea of creating a new season and developing a new plotline has gone through his head. Did you hear that? They're considering making a new season. We all know that the cast of the Squid Game would be thrilled to see it happen. Guess seeing people from 90 countries from around the world love, the show changed his mind after all. So we might actually get to see Ji-hoon take on this brutal organization, and wait till you hear who's gonna help him along the way. But first, we need to talk about the fact that they might actually consider a weekly episode release model. Since we came across this article, we've been constantly thinking whether or not Netflix will finally decide to change their release model. Even though this might be nearly impossible, knowing good and well Netflix has made a boom in the streaming industry using an episode release model that's unlike any other, namely, they've made it a rule to release all of the episodes from one season at once. The only exceptions to this rule have been the occasional reality show. One article writer from Forbes stated that it's about time Netflix adopt the model that's been used in the industry for decades. All other platforms release the episodes once a week. If they do the same, they would have the audience hooked and coming back for a whole 2 months, assuming there are gonna be 9 episodes in the second season as well.
Can you really do this alone? I need you. Old man, can't you see that?
Get up!
Considering the boom in Instagram followers on the star's Instagram accounts, we'd reckon there are about 10 million people watching the show. No, scrap that. We just looked it up, and it turns out the Squid Game was viewed more than 22.8 billion times. That's way more than 10 million fans. And if all of those people extend their membership for an additional month, that's money in the pocket that Netflix shouldn't pass on. Then again, this would mean a complete shift in the way the network does business, and we don't think they'll pass on the opportunity just yet. While this possibility is uncertain, we wanted to know who'll be returning for season 2 and what will it be about. 455 out of the 456 competitors are dead. The frontman's brother, the hunky heartthrob detective Jun Ho, played by Wee Ha-joon, was shot as well. So who in the world is gonna be part of this new show? Will Lee Jung-jae, who played the leading Seong Ji-hun, be the only one against the entire organization? All of this is highly unlikely. They'll definitely find a way to bring the majority of them back. For example, if they leave out Ho Hyun-jung, who played Se-byuk, the North Korean fugitive, the show will lose a significant part of their audience. So we're predicting that they will find a way to bring her back no matter what. As for the man candy, that is Ha-joon, we'll probably see him back onto the show and fighting alongside Ji-hun to bring the game masters of those brutal and sadistic games to an end. How will they do that? Well, we know that Jun-ho got shot in the shoulder and fell into the sea. There's no reason to think that he's gone forever. This will probably be another curveball that the director will throw our way in Season 2. He and Ji-hun will join forces and probably try to take down the organization from the inside. Another really important character that needs to return to the show is Gon-yu. He's the guy that gave Ji-hun 100,000 won for winning a game of Dakji. The reason he'll probably be back is because his popularity takes the show to a whole new level. He's known as the star of Train to Busan, and keeping him in the cast will be vital. Now, what about some fan theories? We're now diving into the most interesting part of this show, namely the theory that many fans seem to believe is true states that Oh Ir-nam is the father of Ji-hun. We know, it's a lot to consider, but think about it. Why was Oh Ir-nam so close to Ji-han and didn't care about any of the other competitors? It's not like the game master and the protagonist of the show had the same numbers. Ir-nam was 001 and Ji-hun was 456. There were 454 other guys between them, and somehow these two managed to grow a liking to each other. Throughout the season, we saw Ir-nam constantly protecting Ji-hun, even giving him his dry jacket at one point, in exchange for Ji-hun's, which was covered in urine. And then there's the famous marble scene where Ir-nam not only sacrificed himself for Ji-hun, but he also said, "You know, when I was a kid, I lived in a neighborhood just like this." "So did I," Ji-hun replies. "And you know something? Our alleyway looked very similar." Couple this with the fact that the protagonist never talks about his father and lives only with his mom, it seems highly probable that this is actually the case.
Was that what you heard?
You cried and said, "But that's the edge, there's no way I'll go." Like that.
On a related note, what do you think will happen in Season 2 of the Squid Game? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.